Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Hope you're well. Welcome back to the knowledge of the holy. I hope you've had a good Sabbath rest, and I wish you well, and I wish you a blessed week as we go forward into this week. Some of you are working today. I pray you have a good day as well. So we continue our study with Daniel and the three Hebrew boys and the fiery furnace. So last episode we saw that the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they proclaimed that they were not going to worship Nebuchadnezzar's gods, nor bow down to his image. So he bound them up using these most mighty men and threw them in the burning fiery furnace. And also he heated up the fiery furnace 7 times more than it normally would. It was so hot that the men who threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fiery furnace, they were consumed by the fire. So it was quite hot. And then we also saw that when the three Hebrew boys went into the fire, Nebuchadnezzar rose up in astonishment, and he saw 4 people in there, and he questioned his governors and his wise men. He said, "Didn't we throw 3 in there?" And they say, "That's true, okay, we did throw 3. And then he said, "Why do I see 4? And one of them is in the form of the Son of God." Now, question, how did Nebuchadnezzar know that the 4th one was the Son of God? And we read that in Patriarchs and Prophets. Ellen White 509 says quite nicely. She says that it was plainly and simply they had presented the principles of righteousness, thus teaching those around them of the God whom they worshipped. So their character resembled that. So the Bible tells us, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. And it says in the beginning that God created us in the image of God. And when we accept Christ, and when we accept and surrender to Christ, and we get filled by the Holy Spirit, and we allow Christ to work in us, that image is then restored in us. So then people can then see the same image, and then they glorify God. So these 3 boys, they showed that character. They had told of Christ, the Redeemer, to come, and in the form of the 4th, in the midst of the fire, the king recognized the Son of God. Now, because he saw that character in these 3 men, the reverence, the loyalty, the fidelity that they had towards God, he saw that, and that's when he knew that, or he had the idea that the 4th person in the fire was the Son of God.